In this video, I'll share with you a fairly simple trading strategy that actually works quite well and is related to support and resistance levels. We'll go over what a support level is, what a resistance level is, and accordingly, how to work with them easily and simply, how to identify them, and of course, how to make money from them. This is a very simple technical analysis tool that anyone can understand, so this video will be especially useful for those who want to get into the world of trading. If not, then this video isn't for you. But if you're interested in this topic, specifically how to work independently and eventually turn it into a powerful tool, then get comfortable and let's dive into this video. But first, I want to remind you that you will find a link in the description below to our exclusive private community where you can copy our signals. Every single day, our professional traders share their signals, knowledge, and their strategies there, so you can join and copy our trades as well. It's accessible to all of our subscribers, but if you want to know all of the details, simply message our managers. The link to contact them is in the description below. Write that you want to copy our signals and you can join our group. In short, the link is waiting for you in the description. Join us and earn from our experience and knowledge. Now, with that said, let's move on. The very first thing is, how do you properly mark a level? Look, actually, to correctly mark a level, you only need 2 points. For example, a horizontal level starts as a horizontal one when the price comes to it, for instance, and makes contact with it. At that specific moment, we don't yet know for sure that it is a confirmed level, but we must consider it a potential level. Then, for example, it makes some kind of correction, a pullback, comes back a second time, and that's where we observe. The second time, it touches and bounces off. That's when it actually becomes a level. So you need at least 2 touches. That is what we would consider to be our level. Depending on whether the price came from above or below, it will be a resistance or support level, but essentially it's the same thing. And the third touch will serve as confirmation. So if on the third touch the level firmly holds the price and doesn't let it go any higher or any lower, then it is considered to be a truly confirmed level. And from that point forward, we can confidently trade off of every single subsequent touch of it. That means it will be a very safe level. It works in exactly the same way with a support level. So if the level is below the current price, it is considered a support level. If the level is above the price, it is a resistance level because it essentially does not let the price go through. But the logic is always the same. In other words, it represents a single price point where a major buyer or a major seller is positioned, effectively preventing the price from moving higher or lower depending on the specific market context. So above, there's a strong seller who doesn't want the price to go any higher, and accordingly they're interested in buying at a lower price. But if we have the level below the price, then there's a seller here who doesn't want the price to go any lower. So we'll be fighting for this level and making money on it. Let's look at a practical example. First of all, as I have previously mentioned, we need to identify 2 or 3 touches in order to officially call it a level. So 2 touches is not a confirmed level. It's quite a risky situation. 3 touches is a confirmed level. Here, for example, we have a third touch. This is a very risky trade right now, especially since the payout here is small, but it'll do for the example. So look, we had 3 touches here, just as I said. So here we have the first touch, and here is the second touch. And the third one, ideally, I should have waited for the price to bounce. And then here, on the 4th, 5th, or 6th touch, I should enter on the bounce. But I didn't wait, so this is quite a risky situation right now. Nevertheless, it's a very good example. So if the price now, if this level holds, then we can work with it very safely going forward. As you can see, a very risky situation is happening right now. The price is moving completely in the wrong direction, and accordingly, I made the same mistake I just talked about. And as you can see, we're starting this video with such an unsuccessful example. The third touch didn't hold the level, and that was actually our confirmation. There you go, that's the mistake. Learn from my mistakes, from the mistakes of others, so you don't repeat them yourself. Alright, now let's look for a level with 3 touches and accordingly try to work it out. Here we have what is a confirmed level from which we can confidently enter a trade. So why is this level considered confirmed? You see, our levels have the important property of working multiple times. So for example, in one case, it will be a resistance level for us, just exactly like it is here now, a resistance level. And here it will be a support level for us. So right here we had several touches. There were quite a lot of them. That is, at first the price kind of moved out of it, then it broke through. And now this is our resistance level. So accordingly, at such levels, the situation will be even safer for us. Here you can already work with them confidently. And as you can see, this trade is already bringing me $2,100. I'm almost covering my loss. Let's look for another example. Here's another very good tip. Just go through the chart and immediately mark the levels on several currency pairs so that later you can go through them and understand where we have levels and where accordingly we don't. So that you're not just waiting on one currency pair, but instead you go through them all and realize, for example, that this currency pair has two levels. One on top, the other on the bottom. Always remember the two touches, and they don't necessarily have to be absolutely perfect. If they differ by just a few points, you can absolutely still consider it a valid and usable level. Yes, of course, this one here isn't really considered a touch, but this one, and this one are definitely good touches. So you mark several currency pairs like this for yourself, and then you just wait until one of them plays out. This is really a simple and easy method. On the EUR CHF currency pair, we have a pretty good level, but as of right now the price, it still will not reach that particular level, so we keep looking for another level. But potentially there was actually a very good entry point. We also have a level below, so for the time being we just continue our search. By the way, on the OTC everything works just as well for us. Here, by the way, we have a pretty good level on the British pound Canadian dollar pair, and we can observe this together. The fact is, we've had several touches here, and accordingly this level has worked out quite well for us. So, judging by the history, this should be a pretty good price level that will give us a decent bounce. In this case, it's a support level. It supports the price so that it doesn't fall. By the way, this is just a friendly reminder that right now you have the opportunity to message us and copy our trades. So follow the link in the description down below, message our dedicated support account or our managers and begin to copy our trades. All you need to do is choose a currency pair, copy the direction, open a trade on the platform, and then collect your results. We trade using fairly safe and sophisticated strategies, so you can really benefit from copying the experience of professionals. So go ahead and start earning some great rewards with us today. We wait for this trade to play out. As you can see, the level is really confirmed. It worked, held the price, and brought me a good profit. So there's nothing difficult about this strategy, it's just about finding the levels. And accordingly, you can begin trading from them. Yes, it is certainly not the fastest method available, but it can potentially bring you a success rate of 60 to 80% winning trades. In my opinion, that's a pretty good set of statistics considering that we're just trading from a simple horizontal line. So if you still have any questions at all, please feel free to follow the link provided in the description and write to our managers. If you don't have any questions, then please rate this video and leave a comment. I'd appreciate it. All useful tools can be found in the links in the description. I'll say goodbye and I'll see you in the next videos.